Hey guys, welcome back to Feather and Down Homestead. Today I'm going to take you guys on a garden tour. Haven't done one for a while, so thought I'd better get into it before everything gets up and away from me. It might be a bit weedy, might be a bit ugly, but it's November and everything, all the grass is growing quite good, so all the weeds are growing good too, so I just haven't got enough time in the day. Yeah, so I've got a few gardens to cover, so if you don't like gardening, this isn't the video for you. And hopefully all these chickens and pigs and that actually give me let me speak. So first down here is pretty much what we've been working on yesterday, me and Matilda. This is her garden down here. So down here she's got blue hoppy corn. And then over in the bee boxes over there, they're just old bee boxes, she's got potatoes grown in there, so she's got about 4 potatoes in each one, and hopefully we'll just keep loading up bee boxes on top of them as we go. And over here last week, I don't know if the last video we had this tunnel up or not, but it's just two reinforcing mesh, you know what you lay down your concrete with and that. We just put 2 of them up with some rebar to stop it from falling over. And down here we've got some African horn melon seeds. And then on the other side we've got the same, but we've actually got seedlings. They're all down there. So that's what the plant looks like. And they were getting a bit damaged by aphids, but since I sprayed the neem oil, they're not looking too bad. Just getting some slug damage now. And then she decided to plant some beans in here too, which has already started climbing up the trellis. And also Matilda's sort of claimed the banana patch, so the banana patch and all of the watermelon plants we planted last week, they're all Matilda's garden, so this is pretty much all her garden. I doubt that she's going to weed it, but you know, it's just cool to get her involved. And yeah, I don't know if I don't think he's going to dig all that up, so he's going to have to go to another grass patch one of these days. We're going to have to figure out somewhere else to plant these pumpkins. Yeah, let's get to the next garden, eh? Okay, so in this garden here, got the concrete reinforcing mesh again, both sides. I don't think you guys have seen them yet, and I just put Waratah's Y posts. They're about 2 meters high or 6 feet, and then I've got all my tomatoes pretty much going down this whole row, which are all planted. Every tomato I've put like an egg under it, because we've got hundreds of excess eggs that we use and feed to the pigs and stuff like that. So we've planted one egg under each plant, and then I planted about that deep, and then there actually was I planted on a rainy day, but the clay was actually that waterlogged that there was water backfilling the hole. So yeah, but I mean they do thrive here, so who knows. Yeah, basically I've got beef steaks and just normal sized tomatoes down this side, and then down this side I have cherry tomatoes, and then your canning tomatoes like Romas and San Marino and stuff like that. And then I planted some dwarf sunflowers at the front, and then some zinnias, or marigolds, I can't remember. One got nailed by slugs and then the other one survived, so yeah, it's either one or the other. I'll find out when they grow. And then I've got the giant sunflowers like I do every year on each of the Waratahs. So down this next row I've got more dwarf sunflowers, then I've got some eggplants, and yeah, there is an eggplant down there. And there's a couple more, there's a couple that have died either from slugs or from the aphids, and I've got some more down here. I've Yeah, I think there's about 12 eggplants down here. They are black, purple, and some of the other types. But I've got some backups in the greenhouse if I have to. These two here, kind of an experiment. They were two from the greenhouse and they lasted, and I just tried to replant them out, so see if they survive or not. And then I've got one zucchini plant here that's barely surviving from the silly aphids. And there was another one here which I've got to replant this morning. I just put a seed in the ground or two. And then at the back here I've got 4 cucumber plants. So they'll go up this fence at the back here, hopefully. And I think they're the pickling type, small pickling type. And over here I've got my two dwarf apple trees, and then I've got a zucchini plant down here. I think I do actually have a tiny zucchini on there. Zucchini plant there, and then another cucumber plant over there. And I planted some of that comfrey I got last week by the apple trees too. These are my rhubarb plants. So I got these two, and then I planted another two, which I probably could have just got cuttings off them. I got some free yacon. They're like underground apples, pretty much. I got them to plant somewhere. Maybe if I convince Adina to plant them in her garden. Up here I've got my, I think these are the bottle gourds. So they've just started to climb up, and then they'll go up this tunnel that you see. So I've got 4 tunnels across here with different things growing up, so it'll be quite cool in summertime when they're all driving around. But yeah, and on the other side I've got the bottle gourds as well. And then on the next tunnel I have, pretty sure these ones are the loofahs. I may have got them like mixed up, but it's either one or the other. And then there's more loofahs on this side. Now I've got strawberries like all across here, all across this bank, but we're going to pull them all out and put them in the new berry patch, because basically they're ripening and then the birds are eating them before the kids can get to them, so it's not much use if we're not being able to eat them. Just up here we have the okra plants. So these are our okra plants. They're sort of a lot of died, pretty much aphids again, or me just spraying too much neem oil. But I have got some backups, and then I'll just plant them from seed if it fails. And then back here is pretty much my my brassicas. So these are all my broccoli, cauliflower, red and green cabbage. And then just behind it here and then just behind all the cabbage and that, I have some pepper plants that have overwintered, so it's just my trial. And then I've got some chicory over there, and then this was just a big mess of grass and that, just like over there with my berry patch, and I've just tarped it because it looks better than grass. This over here, this trellis on the other side, is pretty much beans. So I think I've got green, yellow and purple beans, and also some long beans. I think I've got a couple of long beans on this side. I've never had luck with long beans, so it'll be interesting. This side I have, what is it? What was it? Asian, I think Asian beans. some sort of Asian beans. I don't even know what they are, but we'll see what they come up like. I'll probably put like too big of a gap for them to actually get up to the trellis, but we'll see how they go. And then in the last little bit of the garden, I have over here, I have yams, which are a bit mismatched in that, but they still seem to be doing alright. And then over there I've got my asparagus, and then a couple of grape plants just at the back of it. So yeah, that's the wood chip garden, although I haven't even put any wood chip in this garden this year because I don't basically have that much. But yeah, I have a load of weeding to do in here, and I've been pretty much putting it off. And soon it's going to end up like the berry patch over there and just pure grass. So I'll show you, I'll come and show you the raised bed gardens. But yeah, just have a look at this. This is our boysenberry patch, and I weeded this about 2 months ago, and it's just overloaded with weeds again. Yeah, we've got boysenberries there, blueberries in the middle, and at the back raspberries, which heaps of them have got all their berries already. They just need to start ripening up. Probably need the sunny weather. We've been getting a bit of rain lately, although yesterday was real sunny. Got a lot done. Over there is Deb's berry patch, which I can't really show you yet. I'm just going to have to do a big reveal when it comes to it. Okay, so down here, just watch out because there's a lot of weeds in here, and I know you're going to come and weed them for me, maybe. But yeah, I'm getting around to it. This morning I actually mowed Adina's garden yesterday, and then the weed eater carked it out on me as I was going to do mine. So yeah, and then afterwards she said, I wanted to do that, Dad. So yeah. So down here I have some shallots down here, and then we have some beans. I think these are multicolored beans, all down this row. And then in the middle we've got broad beans, which I've never actually planted before, but they seem to be going good. And I don't know, like, yeah, it's getting some beans on it down there. I don't know how big they're supposed to get, or even how to cook them, but yeah, be a challenge anyway. Down there I've got some carrots. If you can see through the weeds, there is some carrots down there. And then over here we've got some parsnips. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen my worm farm before. Basically it was up the top by the bunnies, and it basically got neglected, and there was only a few worms left. But I bring it down here. It was getting really hot, so I put some shade cloth on. I've actually got some more to put on it. But yeah, this is my worm farm. There's a few worms all through there. It is getting nicely populated, but basically they're living off celery and silver beet at the moment. And then the wormweed at the bottom collects, and we've been sort of specific plants we've been trialing out with putting the wormweed on, especially ones I've been spraying with neem oil. On the other side of this bed we've got more beans. I think these are like dragon tongue beans or something like that. And then we've got I think white onions on this that I transferred from over where those berry patch was, because I wanted to put the tarp on the bed ready for the corn. Over on this bed I've got all my garlic. So this was my garlic that I saved the seed from last year, and I've been getting a lot of rust. So it smells real garlicky in here though. So yeah, these will be ready to harvest maybe around Christmas time. And on the other side I've got some garlic that I bought, just a small variety, I can't remember the name. But yeah, these will be getting pulled out, and then I'll be putting maybe some peppers and some more eggplants and that in here. All through the middle I have my the cucumber plants, so basically I'm planning to vine the cucumbers up on this trellis. But some of them have been dying from the aphids and from the slugs, and I have reseeded in that, but we'll see what happens. And I've got two half dead oh, this one's not doing too bad, zucchini plants in there too. Over here I had these are my Jerusalem artichokes that I planted, I think for the Shed Wars bit last year. I actually got three pots, so they're actually doing really good. And the reason I didn't plant them in the main garden was because they will take over. But it looks like there's some ants on there. I better not be bringing these stupid aphids. Unbelievable. And then over here I still have Jacob's fig tree to plant out, and I am going to plant them today. In this third bed over here I've still got this citrus stuff. It basically never dies. And then I've got some leek in here that I've just been building up with soil. And then I've got the shallots in here getting nice and big, about 5 on that plant. And then I've got over here my elephant garlic. And the reason I got the elephant garlic was because of the rust. I'm going to trial it out this year and see what the taste difference is and all that kind of stuff. Some of them have gone to flower, which I've heard to take off the flower, but I've left about 3 or 4 with the flower on, just to see if I can save the seed and grow them like that. Even if they take another year, it might be worthwhile, since they're over here they're like, what is it, 25 cloves for like $10 or something like that. Might be the other way around. But I've got about 50 in here, and they are getting to a decent size now. So yeah, hopefully a couple of months I'll be clearing all this out and planting something else. I don't actually know what I'm going to plant here yet, but got to think about it. I don't actually plan my gardening, my head ticks. If there's a bed to clear, maybe a couple of weeks in advance I might get something in the greenhouse or something like that. That's about all my planning I do. It's probably a bad thing. You probably should plan your garden. In here I have gemstone corn, so that's all in here. Before was the carrots and parsnips and that, and then all in between them I have kumara, or sweet potato. Hopefully they will take, and then hopefully they'll act like a ground cover and not be as bad as the pumpkins and that, where they just fully push over the plants. So it's just an experiment this year to see if it works. Hopefully it does. But we haven't planted sweet potato yet successfully, so we'll see what happens with that. And I do have some other places to plant sweet potato, so, and I've got more shoots that I've got growing up top, so we'll see what happens with it. Over there I've got all my seedlings from in the greenhouse. It's all like tomatoes, and I have got some okra that I've got to plant out, peppers, and I've got more peppers in there. But I've got half the varieties of tomatoes. I don't actually know what they are, but I know some of them. If you're interested and you want tomato plants, come hit me up, because these are going to be some of them are going to be backup for mine, but I'm pretty sure in about 3 weeks time they're going to be compost. So yeah, if you want some tomato plants, just hit me up. The tomato plants in here are actually not looking too shabby, but I have some spare. I have some eggplant. I think that one's Thai purple, and then I've got, I think that might be some Florence or some Doki, but again I've got these stupid ants. This was all the blue hoppy corn that Matilda planted yesterday, and in front of it these are goji berries, so they've actually come up, which is cool. I actually need to water this greenhouse. I've got some silver beet, some celery there to plant out, and yeah, and I've got a whole load of peppers in the back there, but yeah, it's quite a mess in here. Over in this bed I have some more white onions. Yeah, in this bed there's some more white onions, and then I've got some silver beet that basically has been worm food for the last couple of weeks, and celery as well, but it's all going to flower, so I'm going to have to pull all that out, and I've got more silver beet, celery in the greenhouse, but I don't actually know if I'm going to plant it there or not. And over here I've got my Brussels sprouts, which aren't actually doing, they're not thriving here. Firstly, they were getting attacked by the ducks, and then I've sealed them out, they can't get in anymore. And then I don't know, maybe they need a bit more fertilizer or something like that, but yeah, I've actually got some little purple Brussels sprouts and some green Brussels sprouts there, but they're growing very slowly, so we'll see what happens there. Back here just behind the greenhouse we have the potatoes. So these are all my potatoes, and this is just one type of variety, but like there's a massive shift down here where it drops, and that was basically when the flood came in the other month ago, whatever, the water level actually came up to here and over, and I think it took quite a lot of the soil out of that end. So yeah, but it's started to go to flower, so maybe around Christmas time all of this potato will be getting harvested as well. And it's another bed I have to think about replanting. Yeah, maybe I should plan stuff on paper, I don't know, we'll see. But that's all my garden. The other one was Matilda's garden, and this one's Adina's garden, which she should be showing you, but it's Sunday and they're up there doing some other stuff, so I'll show you her garden next time. She can show you her garden. So she's got her first bed over here. She's got carrots, which are looking awesome. She did have beets in the middle, but they've been getting attacked. And she's got peas, sugar snap peas in here, which she's got big ones, but she says they've got to get fat, so I'll listen to her. And she's got radishes on the other side, which are ready to be picked about 2 weeks ago, but I see they're going to seed, so yeah. In her other bed here, she's got kale, dino kale, the curly leaf kale, and then she's got cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and then some chicory down there. And her brassicas and that were sown at the same time as mine in the other garden, so they're actually doing really good. I think she's maybe fed them a bit of wormweed, that's the only difference. Other than that, it's just raised off the ground, so maybe the soggy soil sort of stops them a bit, but they'll all lift off. In here she's got lettuce. I think it's just a cut again lettuce, and she's got some chicory in there, and then she's got her beans starting to climb her trellis. So I don't know if you must have seen this trellis as well. You can't have left it that long, So she's got two big tunnels in here. She's got one for her beans and one for her cucumber. And eventually she might grow something else. But in this bed here, she's still got a bit to plant out. But she does have cucumber plants in here, apple cucumbers. And they were getting attacked by aphids as well, but since we've sprayed them with Nemo, it doesn't seem to be, there is still some aphids in there, but it doesn't seem to be as bad as it was. Once the plant's sort of established a bit, I think it can handle a bit of aphids. And on the other side she's got more apple cucumber, and she's got I think vanilla passion fruit, so that's kind of her perennial that'll grow up eventually as well. And I know she might want more passion fruit in here just when it's off season and that. It's cool because it offers a bit of shade in the summer. So in here she's got 4 tomato plants. She doesn't actually know what type they are, but she grew them from seed. I think in here she's got peppers. She's got sweet peppers, and I think she's got some hot peppers here. But yeah, Deb thought they were weeds, so she actually pulled them out and then made Adina get upset and replant them. But we've got bloody aphids too. Everything has aphids. What the heck? But yeah, she's going to plant a few more peppers in there, and then back here, which her ones are the most developed, she's got her potatoes growing here. So she has a plan. Once they're pulled, she's going to replant one bed in potatoes, and the other bed we have she's got like I think 20 seeds of strawberry popcorn that she wants to try out. So it's like a red corn, flint corn. And the way you can, all of the corn apart from sweet corn is basically flint corn, and basically you can either grind it up for flour or use it for popcorn. And hopefully we're going to use it for popcorn. But yeah, it's just something fun, colourful, and a bit different in the garden. But yeah, everything in here is everything. I don't think I've bought anything. Everything is from seed. Our whole garden this year is planted from seed. So that's kind of our goal for the next sort of year or so, is to grow from seed, and then maybe in 2 years time hopefully we can learn enough to save seed and then grow from our own seed, so it's sort of going around in a big old circle. And the compost is a big thing. I spend a lot of money on compost, like $400 for 6 cubes basically, something like that, a couple of times a year. Really adds up, so I've got to get my compost systems down. But yeah, basically that's the garden tour for November 2021. And basically the only bit you didn't get to see was the garden patch, and basically I haven't planted any sweet corn yet, so that's over in the tarp area. I'm trying to get all the other corn planted before the sweet corn so they don't cross-pollinate and get yucky corn like last year. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much gonna do some weeding and some mowing today, and hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Look out.